Many people avoid repeating themselves. They assume, if I said it once, that should be enough. But in persuasion, once is rarely enough. Because people do not always remember what you said. They remember what you reinforce. Repetition is not redundancy. Repetition is reinforcement. Point 1. People rarely absorb everything the first time. When people hear you speak, they are not giving you perfect attention. They are thinking, filtering, comparing, reacting. And sometimes they simply miss the point. That means your message may be clear to you, but only partially received by them. This is why strong communicators do not just say the key point once. They make sure it is heard. For example, a leader does not explain the team priority one time and move on. They mention it in the meeting. They reinforce it in the summary. They repeat it when decisions are made. Same priority. Multiple moments. So ask yourself, are you saying your key point once or making sure it is actually heard? Point 2. Repetition builds familiarity. The more often people hear an idea, the more familiar it becomes. And familiar ideas often feel easier to understand and comply with. They feel less risky, less strange, less difficult to accept. This is one reason repeated messages can become more persuasive over time. Not because the message changed, but because the audience has had more time to recognize it, process it, and get comfortable with it. A new idea often creates resistance. A repeated idea creates recognition. Here's the practical question. Is your message still feeling new to people, or are you helping it become familiar? Point 3. Strategic repetition feels natural. The mistake is repeating the exact same sentence over and over. That can feel forced. But repeating the same idea in different ways feels natural. You can state the idea clearly. Support it with an example. Summarize it in one sentence. Return to it at the end. Same message, different expressions. For example, instead of saying, "We need to be more consistent" 3 times, you might say, "Consistency builds trust." Then later, "People need to know what to expect from us." And again, if we keep changing the message, people stop listening. Different words. Same point. That is strategic repetition. Strong communicators repeat without sounding repetitive. So ask yourself, are you repeating the same words or reinforcing the same idea? If a message matters, it deserves to be heard more than once. People need reminders. They need examples. They need reinforcement. Repetition is not overuse. It is how ideas become clear. It is how ideas become familiar. And it is how ideas become persuasive. Pick one message you want people to remember this week. Now say it 3 different ways.